Evidence of Noah's flood. We've already discussed how all of the geologic evidence that's in the earth with the layers that we see and the order of complexity is a result of Noah's flood. And it could either be Noah's flood or evolution because there's only one set. There's additional evidence that all of the geologic evidence is from the flood and not from evolution. And we see that with oil, with coal, and with fossil graveyards. So with oil, there's two different theories on how oil exists in the world. One is the biogenic theory, where organisms, it's called fossil fuels, where organisms are buried in fossils, and with heat and pressure over time, in the bottom of the ocean or riverbeds, then the molecules are turned into kerosene, broken down into smaller molecules, which then become either oil or natural gas. So fossil fuels is from the burial of massive organisms all at the same time. Well, how did all of these oil fields in every continent all over the world, how did you get so many organisms buried at the same time to create enough oil to power our planet for all of this time? It's a result of Noah's flood. It explains everything. It makes a ton of sense. The other theory is the abiogenic theory, and that supports a young Earth, which also contradicts evolution. So both theories, for the reason that we have oil in the world, contradict evolution and support creation. The origin of coal is very similar, but rather than burying organisms, coal comes from the burial of plants. And there's massive seams of coal in every continent over the world, like you would expect, as a result of the global flood. And some of these are hundreds of thousands of square miles, like in the eastern United States, but they're on every continent. And the only way you get enough plants buried at the same time to create all of the coal that's in the earth on every continent is a result of Noah's flood. It's evidence. And then fossil graveyards, we have fossils that didn't turn into oil, but they're just buried, didn't have enough heat and pressure to turn into oil, but we have fossil graveyards on every continent, including Antarctica, all across the globe. And some of these are just massive. There's hundreds and hundreds of these. The largest is the Karoo Formation in Africa, which is hundreds of miles and 20 feet deep, containing billions of fossils. That's just one of the many, many fossil graveyards. So the fossil graveyards, the burial of coal, the burial of organisms to create oil, all of those are a result of Noah's flood. And if Noah's flood is true, then God is real, creation is real, and evolution is not true.